So this will be the third module for 21st century literature from the Philippines and the world. And we will be talking about the different literary genres. First, let us define what is literary genre. Genre means type or category, and literary means of literature. If we put these two words together, okay, it will give us the definition. A literary genre is a type or category of literature. There are four main literary genres. We have the drama, fiction, non-fiction, and poetry. Drama is a play for theater told by character dialogue or talking. So in here, the actors will act on stage and they will give life to the story of the author. Next, we have the fiction. Fiction is a story that did not actually happen in real life. It is based more on the imagination of the writer or the author of the story. I have included in the picture the movie poster of Avengers. So I am sure that most of you have already watched this movie. As you can see, there are different fictional characters put in one setting. Each character actually has their own story and they have their own movie as well. But in this movie, they were put in one setting to fight against different villains. Next, we have nonfiction. It is a writing that is real and factual or that actually happened. So it is the opposite of fiction, as it is named as non-fiction, not a fiction. So instead of creating it based on the imagination of the author or the writer, this is more on a factual information. I have included there a page of a science book, and the content of that page is the or are the different internal organs of the human body. So if you will read that page, it contains facts. Next, we have poetry. Poetry is a writing using language and sounds in special ways to express ideas. So I will be reading a poem to you, a short poem. Roses are red, violets are blue. My life is happy because I have you. Oh, that's so sweet. So as you can see, okay, it actually expresses a feeling in a special manner or in a special way. And we will be dealing more about that as we move on with our lessons. Now, let's tackle the different 21st century literary genres. First on the list, we have the spoken poetry. I am sure that you are familiar with this, and I think some of you had done this as well. So, spoken poetry is a poetry intended for live or recorded performance. I have seen a lot on Facebook in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. And I am sure that some of you had tried writing and performing this as well. So, spoken poetry, if you will watch videos from YouTube or Facebook, you would see the artist expressing his or her thought in this kind of literary genre, and he or she is expressing it with emotions, full of emotions. Okay, and that is actually one way to express your thoughts. It roots from oral tradition, but it may also be published. It can contain elements of rap, hip hop, storytelling, theater and jazz, rock, blues, and folk music. So I have an example here written by Mary Beatrice Alamis, and the title of her piece is Parang Bula. So I'll try to read it for you. Parang bula. Ano ang aking ginawa para tayo'y magkaganito? Oo nga pala, wala nang tayo. Wala nang tayo. Masakit, hindi ba? Sa'yo hindi, ngunit para sa akin ay oo. Oo, dahil mahal kita. Mahal kita? Oo, mahal pa nga pala kita. Pero ayoko na. Hindi nakakatuwa pakinggan ang mga salitang mahal kita, tayo, at ayoko. Dahil una sa lahat, mahal pa kita, ngunit wala nang tayo at ayoko na. So that's from Mary Beatrice Alamis, Parang Bula. I hope I could hear some of your piece as well, or I could watch. If you have a hidden video there, okay, please share it with the class. Next, we have hyper poetry. Hyper poetry is a digital poetry genre with hypertext links. The reader can actually choose or click to choose how the poem will transform. So as you can see on the example that I have included there are some lines or phrases with line. Those are the hypertext links, or if you click on this line, it will actually bring us to another page or another world. Okay, so it is up to us on how we would want this poem to be transformed. Okay, it can either involve a set of words, phrases, or lines. Usually this can be found online, okay, because it contains hypertext, and it can be found online through CD-ROM, and diskette versions. Why too old? Okay, because the earliest examples of hyperpoetry were released in the mid 1980s. Next, we have the blog. Blog, for me, actually, blog is the one of the easiest ways on if you want to express your thoughts, your opinions, your ideas, your experiences. This is one of the easiest ways on how to do it. Okay, a web blog written by a blogger who writes articles or posts about their preferred content, including their opinions, interests, and experiences. I have included there 10 best free blogging sites. So they are for free. You don't need to pay for them, okay? Among these 10, the one that I have tried using, I have actually two. I already tried WordPress and Blogger, but I recommend, especially for beginners, I recommend WordPress. So with WordPress, it is very easy to navigate. It is very easy to download or install. You can even install it in your phone. Okay, so that whenever you would want to write, you can just easily open it and then write your thoughts. You can also include images there or pictures, especially if you want to share your travel experiences. If I'm not mistaken, you will also talk about this and do this performance in your empowerment technologies. So they are related. Next, we have TextTula. TextTula, from the word, it is a poem in a text. So a mobile phone poetry may be written with short traditional formal verses composing of 777 syllable count with rhyme scheme AABB, ABAB, ABBA. So it is just a short poetry, okay, and this can be sent using your mobile phone. So this actually became famous, especially during the time of the mobile phones, where they have sent to many options, and then you can just send it to different or many recipients all at the same time. So I have there an example. I just need to read it for you. Maayos pinalaki, nag-aral ng mabuti, trabaho ay maganda, namuhay ng payapa. Ang buhay na ganito ay lahat ay may gusto, pero dahil matakaw, marami ninanakaw. Nagdusa ang marami, bayan naging madumi, pangarap ay nasira at dahil lang sa pera. So as you can see, each line composed of 7 syllables, but they just used one rhyme scheme. It is AABB. The ending of the lines, okay, pinalaki, mabuti, same. Maganda, payapa, same. Ganito, gusto. Matakaw, ninanakaw. So that is the rhyme scheme for this example. Next, we have the 6-word flash fiction. This is a very short fictional literature of 6 words only, which the narrative can change based on the reader. So I think if you will look at it, it seems like, only 6 words, that's very easy to do, okay? But you should consider that the 6 words short fictional story that you will be writing needs to convey a special message, a story. That's why it is called 6-word flash fiction. So I have included here an example, okay? I will read it for you. It's from Ernest Hemingway. For sale, baby shoes never worn. If you will look at it, it seems like it's just an individual who is trying to sell, okay, baby shoes. Okay, especially if we read it uh, by line or by 2 words. For sale. So with that, it is like it's inviting buyers. Okay, something is for sale. And then baby shoes. You will think it is actually not usual. It is unusual. Okay, if it's regular shoes, maybe that would be acceptable. But okay, like for sale baby shoes, that's okay. Maybe it's a businessman trying to sell different baby shoes, different design of baby shoes. But if we will add the last line or the last 2 words, it will change the whole story. Never worn. Can you just imagine it? It actually becomes very sad. If you will analyze this 6-word flash fiction, it actually tells us a very sad story, a very sad sentiment, right? What does it mean? Perhaps it is a family longing to have a child, okay? Maybe this family is waiting, okay, waiting to have a baby. And so they buy stuff, and as time passed by, no baby's coming, okay? And so they just have to sell what they have bought. And it has never been worn. So you see, it's only 6 words. It only contains 6 words, but the meaning is very deep, okay? If you will look at the definition of this kind of literary genre, it is stated there that the interpretation is actually based on the reader. Next, we have the flash fiction. Flash fiction is another short fictional literature anywhere from 300 to 1,500 words. So if 6-word flash fiction only consists of 6 words, this one is from 300 to 1,500 words. So we have an example there from MS Alice. It's the title is Clowns. If you have time, okay, you can search for more flash fictional stories. Then we have the illustrated novel. So illustrated novel is a story composing of text and 50% illustrated images. So we have an example there, Draw the Line by Laurent Lin. This is actually a story of a boy who is using his talent, okay, in building or in writing different stories. Okay, he uses talent in drawing. That's why it is called Draw the Line. Next, we have Digi-Fiction or digital fiction. So this kind of literary genre uses triple media, book, movie or video, and internet website. The readers must navigate through the three formats. So as readers, we should use these three formats, okay, in order for us to navigate the story. So I have included there two DG fiction, okay. We have The Skeleton Creek by Patrick Carman, and we also have Dark, where is it? There. We also have Level 26, Dark Origins by Anthony Zyker. Next, we have manga. It is not the fruit that we have here in the Philippines, okay? That's different. Okay, manga is a graphic novel usually published in Japan. In Japanese, manga refers to all kinds of cartooning, comics, and animation. But among the English speakers, when we say manga, it has a stricter meaning of Japanese comics in parallel to the usage of anime in and outside Japan. So we have example there. Okay. I These were actually shown in our TV station, different TV station. We have Hunter x Hunter, One Piece, Naruto, Dragon Ball, and GTO, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So those are examples of manga. They are graphic novels. Okay. And I have seen a lot of students who are actually fond of reading different graphic novels from Japan, or what we call the manga. So that's it. And we have next Doodle Fiction. Doodle Fiction is a narrative where the drawing on a graphic novel usually depicts doodle drawings and writings, often adding numerous elements. So they have used the doodle in the graphic novel just to add humor, okay, to the story, to the novel. So we have examples there. Next, we have the chick lit or the chick literature. It depicts stories of women and the struggles and successes in society. We all know that before, okay, there are a lot of struggles, like when it comes to the role of women in the society. And so this chicklet is actually it actually tells story about these women. So we have examples there. We have When Life Gives You Lululemons, The Regulars, and Ayesha at Last. And last but not the least, we have the sci-fi or the science fiction. So in here, speculative fiction narratives about futuristic topics, science, and technology. So we have examples there. We have the Interstellar and Avatar. And that's it. Okay, we're done with our topic for this module. Thank you very much for listening and have a great day. Again, my name is Rachel Gail Buonyasuiko, aka Mom RG. Thank you very much. Bye.